6 under them.
Yep.
So Noon is the sun, Nin is the sky, Non is the water, Nain is the earth.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's a nice little pyramid.
The plains are earthy. Nain plains. God.
It's only.
It rains.
I have
in
a
Spain
terrible
in the
memory
plains.
that I'm remembering.
Yeah, like grassy plains.
I know how you were taught to study for tests.
Absolutely. That's word association. That's how I memorize everything.
No. I have a buddy that graduated from Harvard Law doing the same thing.
Mimes. Not because of that's how the math works.
Leanne.
Oh, Crystal says good.
That reaction for a split second, you went.
I was thinking.
It happened in like slow motion.
My brain's like ah.
I was thinking Busta.
Busta Rhymes.
It would be cooler to learn
I
that from
love-
Leanne Rhymes.
Obviously, she's so
Your
good.
guy's reaction. I was like just about to ask something, and Phoenix was like, "What about this thing?" Because it's like shunk.
So Noon would be more like, I mean, I don't know if this is accurate from The Incredibles, but like Kronos is the father of Zeus, right?
He was a titan.
The Titan that created Zeus.
Yeah.
So there was Noon that created 3 Titans.
Yes.
Well, the titans were born from him. He didn't make them, right? Because he's trying to eat them, kind of.
The life and energy that just always permeates out from Noon accidentally gave life to these other things.
Okay.
It was
Oh, okay.
accidental.
Yes, it was not intentional.
So he's trying to hold all of his limits. Like he's just kind of just an arm full of limits,
Yeah.
and they're like falling out. Like, oh god, gods and titans, like come back.
The Normandy scene from Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
just holding it all the time.
Kind of.
Wait, is this whole campaign? I'm like,
Saving Private Ryan.
no. It's like, is this like a
It's actually Black
climate?
Hawk Down.
Is this like a climate change activism thing?
Uh-huh.
That the sun is trying to kill us all and wipe the planet? Are you?
This is a real neckbeard campaign.
This is.
The sun is the big bad. We all need to just stay inside.
I swear to
down
God,
when it's
if
dark.
we meet Arendt and it's Greta Thunberg, I'm gonna be furious.
Just say you hate the sun, you get a free haircut.
What? What is
From
that?
Adam Sandler's first album.
Oh.
His buddy joins a cult,
Yes.
and he's like,
Deep
I
throat.
don't
Yes.
want to join a cult. And he's like, come on, man, just say you hate the sun, you get a free haircut.
I have listened to that album a lot. I forgot about that one.
That is a heck of a callback.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Jack, you can come back to the table now.
Is it good?
Crystal said good.
Put a picture of Dean in the chair.
I think the beating of a high school janitor and Told with What We were the two I listened to the most.
The gun. Easily. Got the most playtime in my house.
It didn't sound like it was working, but I don't know.
Noon and his lines, people. Crazy cat Noon.
Can't hold all the lines.
Such an old
Get outta
picture.
here.
It's a stock
I love
photo.
it. I love that stock photo. I use it all the time. You asked your question. What was it?
How did Noon taint them?
Yeah.
Noon permeates outward from everywhere he resides.
Oh, that's right.
Let the record show audio. We haven't laughed once about the word taint. Just want to make sure.
It's true.
Oh,
But as
I've been
soon,
laughing up here.
as soon as I said it out loud, I was like, I should have chose a different word.
And then you made eye contact with me for too long, and I was like, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
Hi. Being invaded.
Well, it's too late.
Batten down the hatches.
Uh-oh.
Tiny people.
Hi.
Just fought over there,
Noon's
dude.
just like that.
Alex is in the habit of crop dusting children.
Eye height. You're gonna give the
You gotta get the
guy.
immune systems ready.
Yeah.
Just go to playgrounds and just walk around after drinking a protein shake.
What?
You think the atmosphere is
What?
going to be made of mustard gas when they're
What is
adults?
wrong? What is
That's not how you got an immune system.
That built someone's immune system. What are you releasing? Noxious gas. Oh yeah.
They build them different in
I
Africa.
have a lot.
Yeah, right.
I have a lot of protein.
I don't know how true this story is, but it was someone who grew up in LA in the 70s and 80s before they like cared about air pollution at all. It was just complete smog. And in the military, when they do like what the attack with the gas, like tear gas. They do like a practice tear gas, and everyone was dying except for the kids that grew up in LA. They were like, "What?
How's it going?
This is what we call Tuesday.
Hey, how's it going?
Well,
Have a good night, buddy.
Say well. Good to see you."
Alright, let's go. Hold your breath away.
I like to look at
I'm gonna substitute in for Giselle.
Can't do any worse.
Alright.
He likes your map. New favorite child.
Thank you. Spencer drew that.
it's
You
a
know
pretty
that?
cool map.
Spencer drew that.
Yeah.
I sure did.
Is that good?
Oh yeah, just look like there's
that. Oh.
tiny islands here,
Yeah.
and a medium island next to that other medium island, and then the other big islands.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. Looking at the map.
Oh, Spencer drew that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I can tell.
Right?
I
Yeah.
know you're like
Is
Spencer drew that too.
Yeah.
whoa.
What did I draw?
Spencer's good drawing.
What did I draw?
It's the Titan
The lines.
lineage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The family tree.
Well,
That's his words. You won't like that.
Words are boring.
It's just words.
It's just words. You don't like that.
No pictures there. Come on.
The pictures
Meanwhile,
of
Lizzie
emotes.
would friggin' eat that up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a good
Oh,
sign.
she loves reading.
How old is she now?
7.
Good lord!
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Holy cow.
She's like a person.
Is that?
She
When I
is.
was over there the other day, she's just like speaking like a person. I'm like, oh, you're people now.
Yeah.
You're
She's just
speaking.
a normal, just small human being.
A
Is
little
that
human.
first grade? Second grade?
She's in first.
First?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember from
Yeah,
that age.
she's in first grade. Yeah, because then she goes into second grade next year, and Liam goes into kindergarten.
Name's gonna be in kindergarten in the fall.
Wow.
Wow.
Man.
Crazy.
Yup.
Kyle's getting her driver's permit later this year.
Oh.
Are you serious?
In the fall.
Life.
We were just
Wow.
talking last night. We're getting her signed up for driver's ed this summer.
Crazy. Have you taken her out, like, driving at all? Like, okay.
Nope.
Is it just how she looks in the camera, or is she as tall as Michelle now?
Oh, Kyle's tall.
Yeah.
She's gonna be taller than me.
Yeah, she's. I think she's just past Michelle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like neck and neck, and she's a tiny bit taller.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean she looks like
I mean, if she gets anything from you,
a young
yeah.
woman. It's crazy.
That's
like
awesome.
you're my little girl. Are you a big person?
I mean this genuinely. If she ever wants to learn how to drive a manual, you're welcome to
The
your
map,
Absolutely.
the map you
It's a
drew
piece of crap, and best thing to learn on.
that's showing up on the TV
Absolutely.
has 12
We're talking
islands.
Shelter
12?
It
12
does.
islands.
Come on.
Uh,
And I'm Spencer now.
It'll be a little cute if you put a little island right here.
He said it'd be really cute if you put an island down
It's
there.
It would be.
arc.
Oh.
That'd be a good spot.
I should put one
The
down.
transmission
You should.
is so much longer
Alright.
because there's fewer parts.
Now the story's unfolding as you didn't know.
Yeah.
The
So-
convenience.
There are other things that aren't on the
Attention
map.
to driving too, which is great.
Oh.
Keeps you focused.
I know.
I don't think he would. Whatever.
And he was looking at me too. He's like, Spencer, staring me in the eye. The island would go right here.
I hope it was like 8D chess where he was
Okay.
talking into the microphone knowing it wasn't Spencer, but knowing that Spencer would get it on stream. Like, they're gonna make this
Sounds like
chucklehead thing, I don't know.
He's endorsing a product. This is my favorite map. This is my favorite store in the Citadel. I'm Commander Shepard. No one? Mass Effect?
Great.
I played it. I don't remember though.
No. Yeah, there's a part where you're on the Citadel, like the mall, and you can get a discount at the shops because all the people love you because you have a reputation at that point. And you're like, oh my gosh, you're Commander Shepard. Can you please say something into the mic about the store? You know, I'll give you a discount. You're like, yeah, sure. It's like, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel. And like every store you visit, you can do that, and you get a discount from all of them. It's like, I'm glad Shepherd is my favorite store in the Citadel. And so when every time you walk by them, you hear your voice coming from the store, and like multiple playing at the same time. It's like, it's funny.
That's legitimately in the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's hilarious.
You walk by one store, it's like, I'm Commander Shepherd, my favorite store in the Citadel. And like some of the NPCs, like, oh, we should go in there.
I like that you assume I had a good Commander Shepherd.
Oh,
I did. I played all my games.
I was
I
gonna
played
say-
one game ever where I went evil. I think it was Fable 2.
I was gonna say it must have been a Fable game, right?
And that was fun, but otherwise I play everything. I
I've
go, I
never-
go full good.
I've never stolen in a Bethesda game.
What?
Huh?
And because it's wrong.
It's a game?
I've never done an evil
Have you
playthrough.
killed people in video games?
Only if they've attacked me. I've never like murdered someone because they were an asshole.
Did you never join the Dark Brotherhood?
You've never played an
I killed all the
FPS?
Dark Brothers.
Best quest line.
Have you played an FPS?
Yeah. That's not an RPG. An FPS, you just shoot people.
Did you
But
play
it's a
that
video
one
game
Call of
where
Duty
you're
one?
supposed to murder people.
Did you play the
Oh,
Call
I
of
see what
Duty
you're
one
saying.
where they say don't speak Russian? Because that's not good.
I've never played a Call of Duty game. Okay. No.
Figured that's
But no, yeah, like everyone jokes about being a bow thief in a Bethesda game. I'm like, never stolen anything.
Stealth Archer.
Stealth Archer, yeah.
I always start out that way, and then at some point I'm just like, this is too slow.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I want to move this ahead.
Right.
I liked doing that until I realized how much time I just spent
Sneaking
around
out.
and
Just
making
crouching.
it like, no one needs to see me.
I kick in the door and I make as much noise as possible to get all the enemies to come to me, and then I murder them. That's my strategy.
Yeah.
Zero stealth.
So,
Well,
the
we got
question was, how did Noon...
Corrupt them.
There you go. I was like, don't say the word.
Befoul.
There we go. Noon, yeah, touches everything, everyone, living and not living. Those who face the most direct exposure from Noon are sometimes corrupted against their will, but not always. Many times in the same way that I approached Revan, Charlie, others before them, they can be made an offering as well.
So we probably should have worn a sunblock in the desert. That's what you're saying.
Not a bad idea.
Council just came to a realization. If Wanda's vision was true, then his vision might be true as well.
Did you say that out loud?
No, but his council's body language just kind of changes a bit.
Did we share each other's visions?
No. Council didn't.
Tizzle.
I don't
Which-
think I did either.
No, he did
I
actually.
think you might have.
Mine wasn't very prophetic or
Tizzle.
voting.
Tizzle for sure did because Tizzle was not offered anything in the sense of take this and get power. And he didn't think he did anything wrong to have gotten tainted. So I think Tizzle did share his vision.
Yeah.
Sorry, corrupt.
Noon, can you sense?
Do you mean not?
No, I'm sorry.
It's not your channeling news.
Even with my system.
Praise it.
Perfect time. Just staring at the eye, just. What?
I summoned Solar.
We're here to kill you.
Can you sense any of the L? I realize that me asking this is potentially going to disrupt my already unstable mental balance. But I find the truth to be worth pursuing.
Where the city of Erinthia once stood. I do not sense many elven lives.
Is that how it was when you left?
Yeah. That seems gravely
You said where
disturbing.
it once was. Did you leave it? It was there.
Noon showed me images of the city being razed and all of my people being killed
By
fiery creatures. The likes we fought at James.
You met Noon.
No, when he tried to bargain with us in the desert, he showed us visions to try and coax us into his service. I thought he was alive, but apparently not.
well,
It was Revan approached.
He was. I do not know whether he accepted it.
I think it's good you denied it, because it sounds like it was servants of Noon himself. So why should you accept power to protect yourself from the one you accepted power from?
I may be the last hour by the time we're done.
I may very well be the last one.
Do you know what I am? Why is it when I read the words of my grandfather, do I become so different?
You feel a similar sensation to water. You obviously don't have like barks,
Yeah.
stuff that you can get inside of. But you can feel underneath your armor and underneath your clothing that same, almost like a very light massage over your body. And Nan says, there is a similar corruption to you as to the other two here, but different, deeper, not physical, not surface level, in your very essence. The energy that moves your being is tainted.
But you don't know the origin the same way you do with Noon.
There is only one that corrupts, and it is new.
Council is the language in your journal that you cannot comprehend. Titan.
Council, are we on sand or rock, or like a crystalline structure?
Yeah, so the structure itself, it comes down and meets the flooring, which is it's almost like a glass, but it seems to like emanate out from like the center of the structure outwards to the walls. So there's not like, if you're looking for like loose soil to like draw in or something, it's not here.
Council pulls out a bolt and removes his helmet and carves a letter from the secret language of the journal onto the side of the helmet with the bolt. It's scratched.
Helm?
Yeah.
Did you have a helm?
Yes?
I assumed a suit of plate mail would cover the helmet. kind of protecting the most vital part of the body.
You weren't given one.
Oh,
But
okay.
if we want to say that you had one, sure.
I mean, that could be like his bracer. Or
Sure. You pull off some piece of
Yeah,
armor.
not like damaging it, just kind of like
Yeah.
scratching.
And then shows it to her. This is a character from a language permeating a journal that forces me to transform. Do you recognize it?
We three have never had a need for a written language. We speak amongst ourselves. We speak with our offspring and with their offspring. We have never had a need to write. But the worshippers of Noon have.
When
One of us.
Council's like hipster noodle. Guys,
I was corrupt before it was cool.
I drink cold brew and type with my typewriter.
Sounds like you guys are just a bunch of heretics.
when
But some of them were born heretics.
I didn't
converted.
choose to be heretical.
We got jumped into
You were
I didn't choose the heretic life. The heretic life chose me.
molded by the heresy.
I was molded by the heresy.
I was molded by
Really adopted
the heresy. Oh, fantastic.
when we went to see a supporter or follower of Noon, the brother of the
Majesty.
Magister of Warren, James, he told me he thought I could be a good fit for whatever they were doing. Now we know, pleasing them, and I've been marked. But he understood his corruption. They
James recoiled at me.
yes,
He said I wasn't supposed to exist.
he was reading our fortune, I believe, by palms, if I remember correctly. He read my palm and said, I would belong. But with counsel, he recoiled, said he should not be alive. And then we were attacked by fire monsters. Do they already know who is going to be an asset to Moon? Or not?
Any living thing could be an asset to Noon. Your people are blessed with certain gifts that others are not.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, we're awesome.
Pretty good.
The children of Alacanther are gifted.
Yeah, that's what we said. Council's like, yeah.
See, I've met a few of them.
In what way?
Short bus.
Tizzle, stop licking the window.
Short bus.
Rusty runs into it.
Short bus. That was a cheap joke. I'm sorry.
It's in my notes.
And now it's canon.
They have buses in this universe.
Sky bus.
Sky
They're not
buses.
sky buses, they're buses.
Yeah.
They're called planes, but Tizzle just calls them sky buses because he's a little.
Are you asking that question actually? Like,
Yeah,
expect
yeah.
gifted in what way? They
can fly.
yeah, certainly they are blessed with mobility, access to locations others cannot get, and they are generally charismatic in their own way.
Interesting.
I've
At least
all faith
Alacanther
in
certainly
what
was.
she
That touched on 3 of my top 20, so that's nice.
Yeah, the list of 20 things I love about me. my oh dear. So, Council's brain is having a bit of a rough time right now. All my people are dead, my city's been destroyed, I seem to be some sort of extension of Noon, unwillingly.
Extension of Noon?
Are you
Yeah,
sure
he's
his
his whole energy in the
corruption
language
is
of his grandfather's journal?
based from Noon? James recoil
I'm supposed to take James's place. I kill everyone.
This follower of Noon you met may not fully understand the nature of who he follows. Or he may understand it best of all.
He may not have the context we have.
In seeking to reclaim this life that was stolen from him in his eyes, certainly there is room for charismatic leaders as well as more aggressive tactics like those employed unwillingly by yourself.
My alternate version keeps speaking of lives being betrayed. Specifically mentioning a she. Do you know anything about this?
No.
Okay.
This James man that you speak of, did he do a reading on Revan?
No. Revan refused.
That strikes.
He's careful inside.
I am now pestered by a question based on one that Council asked. You said you didn't sense very many of the Elm left. Do you sense many of the Torn left?
Amongst the floral nature of the Torn, I do not yet sense destruction. The feral, however, are already facing the Stone Guardians.
We have a time limit.
Until what? Exactly.
Until May passes? Until the Stone Guardians destroy a race? My people have apparently already been mostly obliterated.
In the passing of your race, if that is truly the case, the energy of their existence would have flown, or would have flowed to their caretaker.
So it is possible to restore what we lose now. It does not remove the sadness of the situation.
When did you leave your people, Council?
2 months ago?
No longer than that now. Because you spent all close to a month with Lady Margaret, didn't you?
Yes. And
You have been on this journey for over 2 months.
less than 6 months ago.
Yeah.
In that time span, nearly all of your kin are gone.
Sounds like it. There were not many of us.
So, you have the Kraken.
Yes.
Nane has his stone guardians. What should we expect from Nin?
Tizzle raises his hand.
Is it the vulture from the desert? The flock of birds?
Nin has a dragon.
Ooh,
Does
This
he have-
is a one-of-a-kind creature. Very much like my kraken. I do not know if it has had offspring. But there was one, and it fiercely guarded his heart.
Do we know what dragons
Do
are?
we know what a dragon is?
That it exists? Like, we know that word.
You
when say it?
see, when she says dragon, you see in your mind a visualization of this creature, which is it's a large, essentially like golden dragon, like bright yellow golden skin, massive.
But would our characters have known of them prior to this? Like, are dragons a thing in this world?
The only one you weren't there for the check, so if you wanted to, you could make like a history check. Everyone else had previously made one. The only person who knew anything was you.
It's like a storybook kind of thing.
Yeah, because when the first time you saw the sails on the ship, you
Oh, the
knew that there
skin.
was at one point in time something that was called a dragon, and it had skin that was like this material.
Mm.
18.
18? Probably not. Yeah, not a whole lot of not a lot of storybooks in the Hume Isles.
So it has not been long since I've been away from the human cities, but do you sense change within our races?
Not in the same way that I can sense for the Torn or the Elm. But there is mass exodus from where your people live.
I wonder if Lady Margaret has been corrupted.
Yes. Do you know much about political squabblings? Makes sense.
I do not.
Did she change in the time you were in service to her?
Absolutely. When I first met her, she was paranoid, but even. And by the time we were forced out, she was beyond reason. I imagine it's descended significantly so since then.
Make me just a wisdom check.
I keep reaching to like nothing over here for this.
Well,
It's the second time I've done that.
You're reaching for your bag of
I
holding?
think so. Yeah, I got him up in front of me.
Well,
Ooh, what type of throw?
Wisdom check.
17.
17. So even though you had already been outcast from the Isles by that point, news had still reached you about kind of the madness of Lady Margaret.
Okay.
In that, as the other barons of the Isles were being killed, being assassinated, her paranoia grew to the point where now she is the sole baroness and has declared herself essentially the queen of the seas.
She prayed.
Yeah, and it is forcefully taking things from people, which is why there are so many people who are fleeing from the pillars.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Some are headed northward to the larger continent above you.
Yeah.
Many are fleeing to the west.
Like where the
polar.
The
humor.
polar. I was gonna say frozen human, but
Yeah,
that
yeah.
wasn't the
I
same.
also couldn't think of the
Yeah,
word. I was like,
polar.
what is it?
That,
Frosty Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
the
Elsa.
Vikings. The Vikings are.
Wait, what did you say?
That's Elsa.
Elsa.
Oh.
Frozen human.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
Let it
go,
go,
Luke.
Adam. Let it go.
Ah, we can't both be at the same time.
Yeah, I think
We have
that's
kids.
enough. Yeah.
What movie is this?
You know Disney.
Anyone know it?
I watched every Disney movie.
Cool. Can the mark of corruption be reversed?
What was your question?
Can the mark of corruption be reversed?
Not to my knowledge. Once we Titans have emblazoned our mark upon someone, it is upon them until they die.
Could it be overwritten by another type?
Save me.
Like yourself?
Me too. Make me a duck.
Doesn't matter to me. Pure bloods!
Ishmael goes in for a body chest. Chest bone.
Was that triangle math?
Right.
A little bit.
But like Lord yelling pure blood.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yikes. Oh, yeah. I didn't even.
We all take psychic damage.
Yeah.
2 points. I do not believe one could take the place of another. I am not certain one could not wear multiple brands.
I slowly lift up my shirt.
Could try. One could eclipse another, pun intended.
What can these marks do? Can he take control of us at any point? Can he force us into servitude?
I do not believe so. I did not ever have control of Revan or of the others. I simply made a bargain with them where I gave them something, they gave me something. In their case, it was servitude of a kind. But I am far more benevolent than Noon.
So our next step is to return to the surface, find a way under the city.
Seems to be into the labyrinth.
Isn't
Get to the heart.
isn't that where we were before coming?
It is easier said than done, but we have a clear idea of why we're doing it.
Do you?
Is there anything you can do to help us? Give us anything? Help us back quicker?
My energy is all but spent. After this conversation, you won't hear from me again. I will no longer be able to fight off slumber. But I should be able to return you quicker to wherever you desire to go. Whether that be the city or some other destination.
Can you tell the non here to help people mourn?
She pauses.
They are contending quite a bit with the other non-waters there.
And the Kraken as well.
The non
cracking.
It was. Your family's not okay. The non near the city do not follow after the will of their caretaker or of me. They serve the Kraken. And so they seek to also protect, though they do not know that is the reason.
Would they listen to your followers here?
They would most likely be aggressive towards them as well. I do not. One, the non here are not my followers. The non here don't even know I exist.
We follow Daruya.
They follow Naruto.
Gosh, I don't think we've asked this. Does your guardian, the Kraken, have a name?
I did not see fit to give it a name. For it was a tool.
Where is your heart?
Here.
Are we in it?
Is this here?
You see the crystalline like pipe organ that's in front of you. The orange glow behind it. The orange glow gets slightly brighter. Throughout this conversation, you have even seen that it's like dimmed some, and it kind of sparks up for a little bit and then dims back down.
It's a pun.
The organ.
Dim sum.
No, the organ.
Organ is the heart.
The organ.
Yeah. Not intentional, but yeah.
And Nin's.
Piercing.
Nin's heart.
This was all in the document I put online, but that's fine.
Somebody didn't read it.
The heart of Nin is a pearl within the castle in the clouds.
Castle in the sky.
Guarded by Zephyros, right?
Yeah. Hi.
Rest in peace, buddy.
That was a good character. And didn't you make him up?
No, he was a real character.
You made him up.
I did not make him up. Did make up some stuff in that campaign, but he was not one of them.
All the bits that we remember and enjoyed are the bits that you made up.
Right.
All the bits that sucked were from the module.
Yeah. It's okay. It was a learning experience.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was still like a good campaign.
It brought this group together, if nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, Soul Seed.
And Jacob.
With lots of people. With lots of
He's
people.
watching right now.
Like, what the heck? Sorry,
Remember all the
Jacob.
people's heads poking? What are you guys doing? Like, hi, Ashley Beard. Hi, people from marketing.
You guys want to sit in on some
Jordan.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Jordan,
Yeah, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I can ask 1,000 more questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We need to.
I'm good.
My people are dead. I don't have anywhere to be.
Felix only cares about himself, so.
That must be easy.
I mean, saying. I want to know.
When you were explaining, you had the picture of the planet and like the moon on it as well. Was that for that knowledge? Is that for us as players, or do our characters have that knowledge?
Your characters have
She
that.
showed us in the vision, right?
Yeah, in the vision, you witnessed the Titans leaving.
Oh.
What is something we haven't asked that you think is relevant to our
What is
journey?
the best question we can ask right now?
As a
And
DM,
can I have 6 more wishes?
Question you are not asking is what causes name to slumber?
no, we don't want to ask that.
No, no thanks.
We're good.
Considering our job is to wake him up. That's pretty important.
There is something that keeps him asleep. and it is not me. Both Nin and I are constantly fighting against the urge to fall asleep. For we did not slumber nearly long enough.
I wonder if that has to do with the machines Galen built. Do you think for some reason the caretakers would intentionally keep Nin asleep? Main.
I think
To what end?
Oh.
since they're watching over it, I can't imagine they're not involved.
There's also speak of betrayal. Maybe one of them got to. Maybe Noon got to one of you. Dalen was killed. He must have built something.
Is Dalen dead?
Not responding.
We don't know.
But the compass can locate him. Maybe it's just his body.
One was
Maybe his body.
The compass located him at the same location as the other three.
Oh, he was with that.
Which was at the heart.
But you weren't able to sense.
You do not sense any life energy.
We think that the heart is not under Orden.
I think the way to get to the heart is under. I do not think it is there.
We need to go there and figure out how to get into the labyrinth.
You don't think it's there? What do you mean?
We don't know how big the labyrinth
We
is.
checked the location of the heart and it's not at all.
Well, the compass said the heart is northwest of.
Because we don't know the size of
The
the
door, the door to the heart is under Orden.
She told us the entrance is at all.
Yeah. Yep.
Another question you have not asked. Specifically, you, Master Aram. Where is Alakantha?
I was getting there.
He seemed to have been dared or challenged to do something and gave up Galen's compass.
It was the compass can't locate him.
It spun when asked, and I think settled on the east somewhere.
East, southeast.
Do you know where he is?
I do not sense him anywhere.
Is it possible for him to have left the planet? Is he with Nim?
Say that again.
Do you think he is helping Nim? In the vision we saw some large circular structure. Moon.
Assuming we know what moons are.
Is he in space?
I'm going to
Good question.
clarify something as the DM and say something as non. Which first non says the question may not be whether Alakantha left the planet, but whether he is still there. And what I'll clarify as the DM is that you are on the object in space.
What?
The Titans' bodies are this very object in space.
No, so like, I thought we were on the big one,
No.
and the small one is the Titans, so it's the other way around?
No, we're on the
You
small
are,
one. and
you
the
are
small one
on
is
the Titans,
Right.
and the Titans are the object in space.
Oh, okay, so we're not like on one and the Titans on the other one.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Can we see the big object in the sky?
You cannot.
So we're on the
Would you
little-
like to ask
we're on the
about
little
that?
right now?
We're on the little- I guess we're on one of the little ones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
When we got pulled down, we were pulled onto that.
What?
No, we didn't leave.
No, we've been there the whole
The
time.
the world
Just on the
map
map.
that Spencer drew is one of those little moons.
Right?
Am I understanding that right?
Yes.
So the world that we're on is like a moon into a bigger planet.
I would
Got
like you. You can't really see it if you turn your head upside down. What you see there is the body of Name.
Like all the islands?
The commons. Well, yeah.
The continents have the body of name.
Yes. Which
Where's his foot?
Yeah, like which side is
here?
which?
Actually, I'll stand up. I'll go show you guys.
Can you rotate it and paint?
I can't.
Get your little laser pointer.
Is this a
Now-
Pangea situation?
What?
This is a Pangea situation. Do these like fit?
No. It's like Transformer continents.
No.
Part of his body is underwater.
So Nain and Nin, Nan and Nin are wrapped around Nain.
Yeah, because he's the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is his right side. This is his arm. This is his hip. This is his toe. This is his left toe, his left calf, his left hip, the left side of his torso with his missing arm, and his head.
The wound is a missing
the
arm.
wound, literally his wound.
And these are the fingertips of this arm coming out the other side of the planet.
That's so freaking cool. You're a genius.
Whoa.
You would have seen that in the vision. So your characters knew that, but you may not have.
Okay.
So this isn't a flat.
This is not a flat Earth, no.
My immersion's ruined.
I'm sorry.
So is it? Okay, no. I
So
just
he's
gotta
all,
think about
he's
like
all
a
scrambled
spear.
up.
No,
He's
he's still in one piece.
Oh.
But he's kind of like inverted, almost like an embryo or something like a
Okay.
And these are the parts of him that are sticking out above the surface.
that are sticking out above the surface of the water. Yes.
That's cool.
What is the little Arctic in the south west? Anything?
That's his head. Right?
That's his head.
This?
Yeah.
Yes, this is his head.
Oh, I missed that part somehow. Okay.
Yeah. So where you are, where Orin is located, is roughly over his chest.
Oh.
The heart.
That's crazy.
Yeah, literally
Literally.
his heart. Then, presumably.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
what's-
the heart is the heart. Orin is the nipple. Let's be clear here.
Think of it more like the Iron Man,
Yes.
circle
Oh,
on
yeah.
his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna
okay.
Nope, not thinking of it like that. I'm thinking of it like that.
Okay, it's the nipple. Orin's the nipple.
He's got a squid in his nipple. Gross.
Yeah.
What a weirdo.
I don't like that at
I don't
all.
want to save him anymore.
Years and years of hard work has boiled down to he's got a squid
He's
on
got a
his
squid in his
nipple.
nipple.
What?
Barnabas,
Wow.
these are the crunchiest things.
Oh, you can't
Yeah,
say
there's-
So I could have explained it with the mouse. I think that it was nice that I got to go up there and stand by it. But for
Yeah.
anyone who's watching, this is the head. This is the left side of the torso with its missing arm. Here is the left hip
So,
/ the left thigh.
so if I were facing this way and lying on my side,
Yes.
so
He's curled.
Yes, he is. Yes, he's curled up in a ball, kind of.
yeah,
This is his left calf, his left side of his foot. This is his right hip. This is the right side of his body.
oh,
This-
because it's a sphere.
Because his wraps.
He's curled up
Yes.
Terminator style in the sphere.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
kinda
just the
like-
parts that's sticking
Yeah,
up.
yeah. And this is his.
I was thinking of all like one piece in a flat thing. Like, how is his left side and right
You're
side
right.
showing
No,
up?
this is a sphere.
This is-
Yeah.
Okay. That makes
And then
sense.
in the space picture, he is the smaller.
And so
Yeah.
he's curled up like this, and so we see this arm and these fingers
there's-
on opposite
Yeah.
sides of the sphere.
Yes.
Okay.
So, what is the big thing?
The big thing is their planet that they had created.
And we are on the small one.
Yes.
We're on them.
We're on the. We're on a
Yes.
piece of the planet.
You are on them.
We're on
we're
Name.
them, okay.
And Name created that planet. All
And
that
Noon
type
is
of-
also on Name? Or
Noon
Noon
is
is separate?
The sun.
Noon is the sun.
Which is that thing?
No.
That's the
not
planet
in the
they
picture.
created.
Is the Earth
this
the
is,
sun?
This
Yes.
is the first
The
time.
yellow one is the sun.
if I'm right, this is the first time we've ever even like seen
Yes.
that there is a big planet
Yes.
like that
Yeah.
in existence.
We don't see it.
This is not to scale. This picture.
Oh.
The scale is
Much bigger.
directly that of the moon and the Earth in real life.
Oh.
Okay.
The Titans themselves combined together make up the shape and size of our moon. That world is the size of the Earth. So looking at that world from where you are, it is not this massive thing in the sky. It is,
It's like a blue
yeah,
speck.
it's a ball.
Did they say why they made it?
Hmm?
Did they say why they made it or what it is?
Maybe? I don't know if I explained that in the vision.
It's not really.
You guys can certainly ask now about it if you want to know.
Counts as the compass, right?
What's the other planet? What's the dealio with the rock, yo?
Right.
Oh, is Felix?
Felix.
Felix has it.
Felix?
Or did Ishmael give it back? I don't remember.
Yeah. Felix.
Yeah, I have it.
He's got
How could you get the Felix?
I'm gonna go back to that one.
I'm not corrupted.
When?
Yeah, don't give them crap.
Yeah, apparently I'm like the avatar of Noon or something.
Oh no.
I mean, we kind of figured.
So we need a plan for how we take them out.
Start with him.
Yes. Damn.
I just got here,
No
man.
question who we're going to start with. You've already been dead for many sessions. We just haven't done it yet.
Sorry, I'm going back over the vision to see if she explained.
And so all of this is just a training mission prologue before we get to the main planet and the main campaign? Okay, got it.
This is the tutorial?
Yeah.
41 sessions?
Yeah. I saw that 40-year campaign guy and I got inspired. So,
Oh,
all right,
no.
let's do this.
3 years for the prologue.
No. So she didn't explain why they created the planet.
Why did you create another planet?
We created the other planet to shield ourselves from Noon. It was somewhere, something to hide behind.
You were always going to put it between you and the sun.
Yeah.
Is that why wildlife becomes more aggressive during the day?
It is the influence of
What is the what is the
Huh.
state of that planet right now? Is it finished?
If you recall from the vision, and you again, like the temple that you're in just kind of like fades away and your vision goes back to being out in space and seeing the two. In our last attempt to eradicate the influence of Noon from our existence, from the existence of our children, we destroyed the planet. It is still whole, it still exists, but everything on it is dead. And so that is actually why I chose that picture that I did.
Yeah.
They glassed the planet.
Everything on it is dead from when it died, or nothing can live on the planet now.
I do not believe anything could be alive on the planet.
Do you intend to bring it back?
No.
Why can we not see the planet?
This is the mission of Nin. I am focusing on keeping Nain alive. Nin is focused on creating a storm that blocks your vision of this other planet. We are, I'm going to say it in DM terms because I can't think of how she would say it, tidally locked with the planet. So that it is always hidden behind the storm that is
What it creates.
in the oh no down here if you look on the like original map that I have drawn, there's a big storm that's there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that storm blocks out all parts of the planet that you would be able to see the other planet from.
Felix Compass. Think of that planet.
I think of the planet. Where it is.
It
It's curiosity.
spins for a bit before ultimately settling on southeast from where you are. Say it.
I've ruined my mouth.
Say it out.
Isn't that the result you had with when you asked where Arcant was?
I thought Alicanto was
Alec.
east. It's
East,
spun and went
southeast.
east, southeast.
Isn't that what I just said?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
same.
So perhaps he's on the planet.
On the planet. That's a rascal.
That would explain why I am not able to sense him. If he is not here, I would not be able to feel his presence.
Beyond your range.
And the others that you cannot.
We are not omnipresent.
When you fly, you can't just keep going up. You have to stop.
I guess I've never tried
You never tried.
to go all the way up. I get sleepy and fall.
Exactly. How did he get there?
He is a god,
He's the best.
and that may have been what we saw him
Let's have some more confidence.
in the vision. We saw him say he was pushing back against doubt. Apparently, the other gods thought he couldn't do something. Maybe this was it.
Can you explain this vision to me?
Council recants it perfectly. Of course. In my notes.
I second
Well, I
this.
mean, they own trade is kind of a perfect.
Slams up and down, says what?
It is possible that this occurred before we left the planet. Perhaps Alicanther did not travel there, but was left behind. When we three left the planet, I'll refer to it as the Husk planet from this point on. When we left the Husk planet to protect and aid Nain, if Alicanther was not on, in, or around Nain or myself, he may have been left behind.
He had to have a reason.
There are so many questions we can ask about that, but far be it for me to shy away from theories. your power is waning.
Yes.
It seems our task ahead is clear.
If we are approached by noon again, do you have a suggestion?
Do not accept.
I thought his words were lies, but you have confirmed that everything he said is true.
One can speak truth and still commit great evil.
Such is true. I initially started my journey to save my people. I sensed growing conflict in the world, and in my journey they should perish.
You think they're all dead?
Certainly do not sense many,
Not all.
if any.
There's still some. Most.
If we can get in contact with Aerith, perhaps she can do something about it. That's my only stream of hope at this point.
And if you stayed behind,
I would have tried.
do you think you would have made a difference?
Absolutely. I was in charge of our military. But, to your point, more good could be done from this.
Titans.
Yeah, just fire it.
I have a question, and I apologize if this comes as impertinent, but you are Noon's child, and you call Noon evil.
Yes.
What makes him evil if you create him? As the creator, wouldn't his will be as it is?
The ability to create does not inherently make one good. And the ability to be good does not give you the power to create. We are forces of the universe themselves. We were given life not in that Noon is our parent, because he would never seek to create life. We were given life in that we are what he is not. Evil existed, and so good must also exist, and thus I was created. Order and chaos similarly have their forms in name and nit.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's a satisfying answer.
I wasn't expecting a satisfying answer, but it was a good answer nonetheless. I do have one other question, and this is simply a curiosity.
Yes.
We've discovered that there have been multiple waves of creation and destruction and time alteration that have happened. Is there any part of that that applies to our journey right now?
Could you explain the time alteration that you...
Specifically amongst the Dwarn, there have been attempts within their society to alter how much time has passed, if I'm representing this correctly.
I believe that was more of an issue of timekeeping. The gaps in their clock tracking time were different from Jürgen's clock tracking time. I don't think there was an intentional There just may have been a lapse when
We-
the civilization was destroyed
Yeah, we know that civilizations were destroyed
by.
waking up.
If
It's kind of what Council's speech was at the end of our session. It's like every time you wake up, you destroy all of creation. Why would we help you?
if one was able to more accurately find a way to track existence, the time that something has been around, it may appear inconsistent with other methods that are potentially less accurate.
Okay, that tracks.
Certainly, your races have not always been here. Not as long as we have.
So when you wake up again, the civilizations will be destroyed
Hopefully.
again.
What?
Well, that's been the trend, right? Like when you wake up, we are destroyed.
When we wake up and the influence of the moon is evident on our former world, those were the steps that were taken. Yes.
If we've seen it here on you, name.
Same one.
Orin was a city built in an age not of this world to us.
Orin was built a long time ago atop name before this world existed. It was built while we slumbered atop our former planet.
So those times when you awakened and purged Nude's influence, to put it that way, it was never on here, it was on the husk.
Correct. We have only been here for it's old notes.
Couple hundred years, maybe?
Roughly 300 years. That's crazy.
Wow.
Because we don't have a record of anything before that.
That means some of the Dwarven archives were recorded on a different planet. Medieval minds like, what the fuck? Space!
And yet none of our records spoke to other planet, at least to my knowledge.
Did you wipe the species before moving here? Because that would explain why everyone would think we're still on the same planet. Because there was no transition while people were conscious.
When this event occurred that caused name to be thrown from the Husk planet, the mortal races were not there. They did not exist. We had wiped them out with the destruction of the planet. All that existed was us three and the Caretakers.
And the Caretakers made the mortal races here.
They must have at some point.
Getting a small dose of nihilism going on right
Oh, everything's gonna be destroyed at some point again anyway.
I thought my city was big. Damn, scaling
Why,
me.
why do you keep the husk a secret? Why is the cloud there?
We fear if your races knew of what we had done, you would seek to destroy us and thus bring about the destruction of everything by noon.
I guarantee that is a conclusion they may have come to. At least groups of them.
If they even knew you existed.
Right. If the Dwarn look in their records, they can see our existence. You recall in the law, there's a law that states you can only look back so far in the historical record. Looking further past that is forbidden.
Such silly laws. I also saw it's forbidden. If the need arises, it is permitted to kill a god.
Yes.
Only dedicated historians may look at records older than 1,000 years. Room the third. Yeah, followed by it is permissible to kill a god if the opportunity is presented. Otiger the first.
Wow. Parent cannot kill child. Child can kill parent.
Is there any way we can end this cycle? To stop Moon from his corruption? I know he is the source of life, regardless of his nature. I know destroying him is a very mundane way of thinking, but have you thought of a plan aside from hiding behind a large rock?
In all of our years, we have not.
If noon does not exist, life does not exist.
The life that has escaped from noon would exist for a time. But when that life came to an end, it would be the end.
Are there other sources of life? Is Noon the only one?
It's the only one that we know of.
So I was worried about your corruption. But your corruption doesn't seem like a very nice thing either.
No, it speaks of betrayal and acts in berserk violence. I have more questions, but none of which can be answered here.
Without access to Dalen, who may be able to help us get into the doors of Odin?
The caretakers certainly would know how to get him financing.
We found one of the other ones.
So perhaps trying to find Tersink.
He wasn't that far. When we looked, he was south of our location barn,
Mm-hmm.
and the southernmost point was the forest we were passing through.
Unless he's
Wasn't that it?
on the island.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, that's better than going from Orin to, like, the Elven City.
Yeah.
Well, we can go
keep
for
in mind right now you're like in the middle of this big watery orb.
That's true.
So it's pretty equidistant right now to get to your city or to go back to Orin.
And when we leave, Nan will bring us to where we'd like to go.
Can you feel the presence of Tersing?
No. Tersing is not one that I am able to sense.
Can you feel the presence of life in Orin?
Yes. There is life in Orin.
It's not. Doesn't feel in danger or anything.
Oh, it's greatly.
As long as the dragon exists, and the non of the Kraken are trying to kill him.
In the time that you have taken to come here, the Dwarn continue to gather forces on the western front. And the Nan have been re-emboldened by the Kraken and are gathering on the east.
We should just go find some nice warm beach somewhere. This world
Let's
is
just
dark.
order some Mai Tais and sit back and watch it all burn.
So,
This place is hopeless.
Dalen, Arendt, Horin, and Naruya are likely together. And you can only sense the three of them and not Dalen. And to get to them, we need to get to the heart. But to get to the heart, we need to get into the doors.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything you said because I'm
Commercial.
I was
Using
thinking.
this
I was
Planet
thinking.
Fitness
I was thinking out loud.
You're right.
This session brought to you by
The
Planet
only,
Fitness.
the only gods that she can detect are the ones in the heart.
And we need
And
them
we
to
need
tell
them
us how
to
to
get
get
into
into
the
the heart.
You
Can
can
we-
still find Tersing with the compass.
She cannot. She does not perceive.
He's not in the water.
The other possibility is that you find whatever keys or key is needed to open the doors.
Think, use the compass and think of the key we need. The key we need to access to get into order.
Think of that.
Because we have.
Holding the compass
That's the hammer.
points behind you.
Which is...
Turning and looking, you see the mirror. Atop the pedestal.
Can we have the mirror? Can we have that? Can we have it? Can we have the mirror?
What is the mirror here?
It's showing you.
What?
Is that what you're saying?
He's
Oh.
asking
No, the mirror on
It
the
was us
pedestal.
the whole
You were the friend that we made along the way.
I thought you meant it was him. It was his reaction. I took that the wrong way. So we all gasped, and mine was for a different reason. That's great. I'm gonna just go.
You're my favorite.
I love that interpretation too.
I was like, it's Felix!
And you all wake up. You are all employees at an Amazon warehouse. That's the whole story. That's it.
You see the hand mirror of Maria on the pedestal.
What is that mirror?
That mirror is an artifact given to Maria by the master craftsman Dalen.
Apparently, it's one of the keys to get into order.
The compass points at it.
Are you willing to part with that mirror?
It is not mine to give away. That would fall to the High Priestess.
Hey, McGraw, where you at?
Yo, girl, get in here.
We need your stuff.
Gonna holler at you.
I can attempt to influence her to part with it if she understands the gravity of the situation, which I feel she has the mind to comprehend, she would likely part with it.
Can you summon her? We've already tried opening the door with at least one of the keys. We don't know if we need all of them, several of them.
Once we have the mirror, we'll have to ask that same question again.
A couple seconds go by and Lady Grell comes in through the building curtains behind you. Says, I was told to enter, and that you had need from me concerning the mirror. You do not need to explain.
I'm trying to poker face this.
I was just trying to think, oh wait,
We really need this.
how much does she know about what's going on?
Alright, so there's this moon, right?
Not even
But
one
we're
roll
on
of the dice.
moon.
I will need you to keep it hidden as you leave here, as it is a sign of my status as High Priestess. And if the Evanon learn that I have given it away, this will be a most dire sign for them. And I do not wish to cause panic.
When we don't need it any longer, we'll bring it back.
That would be appreciated.
Is it? Go.
Go for it.
Is it intricate?
The mirror?
Yeah.
Maybe just perception check. Or like how kind of intricate are you?
Council can fabricate things. And he's thinking if we could potentially make a replica, but if it has like intricate filigree, we can't.
Did she say that out loud?
Well,
What is
no,
that?
I'm just kind of. He's just eyeballing the mirror.
Sure. Make me a perception check. 15.
Pull up my character sheet.
How big is the mirror?
It's a hand mirror.
It's a hand mirror.
Yeah. Very like
It's like
Beauty and
giant.
the Beast.
Are you
So,
like
yes.
just
Tizal's opening up his wing to like see. It's like,
You said investigation?
Perception.
15 plus 6, 21.
21. Looking it over, it is of the artifacts that you have in your possession, it is probably the second most intricate behind the pistol.
Oh, okay.
But that being said, it is still not overly intricate.
Okay.
There's some amount of like nice filigree around the outside edges, but pretty basic.
What were you going to say?
I have a way to keep that mirror hidden. Out of the plane of existence.
I have a bag.
Oh, my idea
like
was
a
to
jeans.
create a replica to leave behind. So if someone comes in here, they'll see the mirror.
You could
Not how we get
You
out.
could make a less
Yeah.
less convincing version. How often do people come directly up to the mirror?
No one aside from me and now you have been back here.
Are you very certain that will remain the case if after we leave?
I can never know what happens while I am sleeping.
If no one's seen the mirror, how important is it that it's an exact replica?
Not very sure.
If you would leave some kind of replica, I think that would serve as a welcome distraction should anyone.
Your safety is important if you're giving up such a powerful artifact.
And if we were to hide it on the ethereal plane, we can access it from anywhere.
I don't know what that means. It sounds dangerous.
Do we have a bag? That's a good idea. But we do have a bag.
What?
He's gonna be old.
I mean, we all have.
We all have bags.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just a
Stuff it in our bag.
Then we get jumped.
What? The compass I have shows where the direction of things that I desire are.
Hmm.
What does the mirror do?
The mirror will show you anyone you wish to see.
That is how
It is
they
how you were able to see Revan and to know where he was.
Do you mind if I pick up the mirror?
It is not attuned to you, so it will not act, but...
Is
yes,
it
you-
gonna throw a hissy fit if you give it to someone else like the compass does?
We need to reset. It's
You gave me up!
Really gotta learn how to do that.
You're going to have a vision if you touch it for more than what is it now.
This mirror has been passed down from high priestess to high priestess in hundreds of years. I do not believe it will cause any problems.
Will you unattune to the mirror for us to take it?
That would be necessary.
Could you think of Dalen real quick and try to see him through the mirror?
She thinks of Dalen. Just kind of puts it back down.
See,
That's 404.
Yes.
No fun.
is he alive?
I would guess not.
Alligator.
I kind of know that.
Could you think of alligator?
We might go through the whole list.
Maybe
I'm
easy
shy
if we
guy.
just take it and go.
We've done it anyway, right?
She thinks of Alacanther and looks at it. And just kind of like tilts her head, is like studying it for a while.
He deeds like a damage.
He is atop a mountain. Somewhere.
The color of the mountain.
It is stone.
Are you able to tell if it is this planet? I don't know what they're...
Do not know how to differentiate this planet from anywhere else.
But alive.
He appears to be alive. And somewhat distressed.
Is there any chance you'd be willing to do the same for Terzi?
Yes. She looks down at the mirror. And this time, you saw her reaction to Dalen and the scene there. This time, her face is more sad. Says he is also passed on.
Wow. And what of Horan would you be willing to look into him?
Go down the list.
Just looks into the mirror for a bit. I am confused by what I am seeing. Horan is encased in something. She looks again back at the mirror. Lady Neruya as well. I do not understand.
Is it metal? Crystal? Stone?
It appears to be glass.
And Aaron first.
Again looks at the compass. Lady Anne is pacing. She is struck. I do not know what these mean.
Do you see a room that Lady Errant is in? Can you
Yeah.
make out what the room looks like?
Yes, this is a room of metal figures.
Is that similar to the room where Dale was?
It appeared to be made of metal as well.
And we saw in the vision, we did see the heart. And it was a crystal-like material.
Yes.
And maybe that's Warren is encased in that, maybe.
Hallelujah. In the vision, Dalen said, Aerith asked how it's going. Dalen said they're almost ready. Something about needing a little more work. And then she said good. And then she shot him. I'm wondering if they were preparing these encasements for the other two. Not that it does us much good to pose conjecture.
The encasements that Horan and Lady Naruya were in did not appear to be natural. They were crafted in some way. They had looks of pain on their faces. Collars of metal.
Collars?
Yes.
Sounds like something happened between all of them.
Spat. Or someone was potentially reached by noon.
Using them to potentially...
Or maybe their power is what's keeping Nate asleep.
Yes.
Well, we'll find out.
Hmm.
We need to go.
Who is taking the meal?
The only candidates are Ishmael and Felix.
I can hide it and access it whenever we need it.
There is a maximum number of items you can attune to, right?
Yeah, traditional.
That might be.
Felix is an IoT
That might
hub
be
at this point.
So artificers get a bonus for how many magic items are attuned to them.
Oh, I see. Guys, I need this.
Felix was the chosen one.
I'm just making sure that I won't hit that max. I think Ishmael can have it.
Well, that can be the person who is attuned to the mirror does not need to be the person who is hiding the mirror. They do not need to be one and the same.
I'm saying, all three of us are not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Only you two.
That is true.
That's not true. Like, not like we can
Should.
all attune to it. Should.
It doesn't matter to me, Felix, if you attune to it or I do. But I am happy to hide it if that is what we want to do.
If something were to happen, then one can somehow take advantage because we possess and are attuned. That would be not.
Agreed. It should not be one of you.
So we'll stick it in your bag
Yeah,
until we get to the ship.
just place it best as you can.
Loot, and this reason.
We'll stick it in your pocket.
So, it's Le Mans' secret chest.
The
Two.
you and
Yeah.
Rachel book. That means you wouldn't be able to get it out for 10
It's
days.
one, yeah.
No.
Well, it's once per week.
Yeah.
I should mention that too. So with limited, well,
You can use
it's
it
I can hide it once per week, right? Isn't that how it's
Yeah,
written?
you'd be able to like
You can grab it whenever you want, but you can only hide it once per week. You can summon it.
You can
the
summon
chest.
the chest once per week.
Oh.
So if you hide it in
So you would
Nice.
hide it, and it would be gone for a week, and then you could be able to pull it back out a week later when you give her something.
So like to clarify,
Just put it in my bag.
the-
Put it in my bag.
Super
okay.
useful if someone's like attacking us. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
a breaker.
Shove it all in there.
Yeah.
You put it in your bag, and I put my arm around you. We walk out, come back.
He just shoves Tisdall
Do
into
you
the chest.
have
It's big.
any material on hand? What is this, like a silver mirror? Pearl, crystal?
It's actually like a gold. Being underwater this long, it's very tarnished.
Okay.
Doesn't make it any less fancy, but it's a gold.
Do you have any gold of efficient volume for me to shape into a mirror?
I'm certain we would be able to. Doesn't have to be required. Let me see what I can find. And she leaves you all alone in the area again.
So he has the mirror now?
Does he?
Yeah, take it.
Put it in the bag.
Okay. Are you attuning to it, or?
It takes time. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the index in the player's handbook is freaking garbage.
Yeah, it is.
It's so bad. It's like, oh, attunement, right? That's a word that should be in the index.
No.
Let's
It's not.
see. Magic item.
Or magic
let's
item,
look
yeah.
up magic item. What is, oh, see also wealth. Okay.
Wealth?
Because I
You're-
get their
you're
line
magic
of
rich.
thinking. I think when they made it.
But like
But
when you say C under wealth, just put the page number that wealth is. Like I don't care if it's
Oh, the picture was not there?
No.
no,
it says-
it just says "see under wealth."
I was gonna say, like, I understand the logic, but
Yeah.
like here like magic item C under wealth. So
Yeah.
now
where's magic item?
it's right here. Magic item.
No, like, where's the page number? 200 to 201 to 289?
No, that's magic.
Oh, that's magic. Okay, I was like,
Are you trying to look up
Magic
how many you can
items.
do?
So you have to
How many
literally go
you can
over and
to
find
max?
wealth now.
If anything, I think it would be in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
At level 10, an
Mhm.
artificer gains the ability to attune
And then
to
what?
up to 4 magic items.
4 magic items.
At
That's
level
level 10. There might be some before.
Which you guys are level 9?
Eight.
Yeah.
Are we? Are we?
No, nine.
Um,
Magic items.
Yeah.
I'm Monkey Warlock 1,
Yeah,
bro.
or 9.
Yep.
You have the hammer. You have the compass. Do you have the pistol?
One warlock
no,
level.
it's a pistol.
Yeah.
So many amazing things.
I've retconned it with Spencer because I did change my like,
got
ability
a
scores to be more in line with taking more
Short
more
rest.
levels of Warlock, and then I wound up retconning saying I changed my mind. It was only one session. It was all RP.
So now that
I'd
Felix
rather
has the
just
mirror,
max out monks. My stats first.
think of the
Next
key
time.
we need to access all of it.
Creatures are normally capable of attuning to 3 magic items at once. For those interested in, the Artificer can increase this threshold as they gain levels, and then at level 10 is where they gain 4.
Did Gary Gygax?
So you can do up to 3. What?
Did Gary Gygax text you that?
He's watching.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's on stream.
Despite him being
No,
gay.
I'm
that's
not
weird.
texting him. Don't make it weird.
It's a seance text.
It's a Ouija text.
He said say hi, by the way.
Okay.
He remembers.
Probably doesn't remember me.
Say hi to that little boy I once played D&D Dungeons and Dragons with.
He kind of talked more like this, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was such a nerd.
Oh, did you not see the video of like his? He voiced like the one
Yes.
quest or whatever.
Yes,
in Dungeons
you- yeah,
Online.
and
You
yeah.
walk into the cave, and
Yeah.
it's full of this was like,
He's,
yes!
he's absolutely
This
not
is
of the shallows. Yeah.
That's amazing.
You go over here. The
Recipes, buddy.
smell of mildew emanates from the
It's so good. That's pretty great. You can definitely, well, I shouldn't say definitely, but you could. You can attune
yeah.
to them both.
I'm going to think the same question about the key we need to get into the lab.
The compass now points west, almost straight west, little west southwest.
To our knowledge, we basically went due east to get here, right?
Pretty close.
From,
You went a little way north and then east
Okay.
a long way. Yeah,
So it's pointing back towards Oregon.
general direction.
Didn't we think of tossing staff as we were leaving? Wasn't that pointing to the
south.
It was pointing to the same place as Tersing.
Tersing.
Yeah.
Who? Somebody was separated from their
No,
object, right? Somebody we asked like where their
All the objects
object
we have
was.
well, we didn't know where
separated
we didn't
from-
know where Tersing was, so we thought of his stuff. And that's pointing to it. Now we know it's the same place as what he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Mhm.
I was wondering if the next key was his stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause my mind has been wondering if Tersing's staff is going to be, if we need all the items.
Collect them all.
Wait, the items so far have been things Dalen has made. So the next thing is probably something he's made. He didn't make the amulet. Oh wait, he did make the amulet.
Which door did we try to enter?
The
The
gate,
one-
the west gate.
Below the
Which
Dorn
was
Tower.
the
right?
Dorn Tower.
Mhm.
Right. We had the hammer,
Mm-hmm.
which was the Dorn item.
Mhm.
Didn't
There was no like slot or anything for it.
That we
wait?
saw.
Didn't Dalen make Horan's amulet?
Yeah.
We
I don't
made-
know if I have ever, maybe I revealed.
I think we made that
much.
assumption.
We-
I mean,
To your knowledge, he made all of
Every magic
the
item.
made everything.
artifacts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because that necklace was lost when the ship went down. That's also right next to Horan.
We
It's
bribed.
about 2 days away from.
We
border
bribed the
from
non
city.
of the shower.
Yeah, we have that taken care of.
Oh, the
He
non-
should be
yeah.
coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we said we'd go find them.
Did we? Or did we
Yeah,
say to
we
find us
did.
here?
Mhm.
We said we'd
You said
find
you
them.
would find him.
Oh, because we have the compass.
Okay. Well, we have a trail.
Is this going to be Flippy Floppy and Storm King's Thunder? We thought we needed all the artifacts when we only needed just one, and this time we think we only need one and we need all of them.
The next key we need to get under Orin, and it pointed west. Because not the next key.
I was thinking like,
Yeah.
and I think we already thought of like, oh, you need to use the item that matches the like district.
Yes.
But we
Yeah.
already did that.
Mhm.
Right? We tried to
did it
hammer.
with one
You did.
object.
Yeah,
We only did it with the hammer.
That's all we had.
We thought of a key to get under Orin, and it pointed to the hammer. We didn't.
We said the key.
The key.
The key,
Was,
yeah. We didn't
What
think
was it
of
supposed to
all
point
of it.
everywhere at once?
Yeah.
One.
The magic compass, Jack.
Rose new arms.
Yeah, it gets a bunch of points all over it.
Yeah,
That's
as long
a
as-
kraken.
as
That's a
long as we
kraken.
have all the word of like what we need, like currently
I mean-
need.
We probably should go back to Orin anyway to make sure.
I don't want
First,
to deal with
though?
a dwarf army and freaking
But if they take over Orin, that's the door.
yeah, but we got a planet to save, and that's such a small.
And the Torn
conflict.
are about to
That's
get
the
on
door
it.
to the thing that we need to save the planet.
Are the human really more valuable than the Dwarn or the Non? Maybe?
The he- oh, we don't care about the Orin here.
Okay.
Screw them.
I just want to kill Aetherwolf, so.
You want to kill what?
Just gonna-
Aetherwolf. Oh.
The leader of the Breakers.
I mean, all my people are dead, so I don't care what happens.
Yeah. Wander wants the walking stick. That's the only thing keeping him going at this point.
Is she
What
back
about
yet?
going south?
Is she back yet?
Are you guys gonna ask anything of Non at this time period, or are you just kind of
We
chilling,
just
hanging
need to
out,
figure out where
talking?
to go, I think.
Okay.
We'll go west, yeah.
But where? Do we go right to Orin? Do we go south first? Do we go... We probably don't want to
We go
go
to
there
the key.
first, but...
We asked, where's the next key we need to get into Orin?
I think we teleport directly to that. If she is going to teleport us, I think.
Yeah.
We send.
She never said she was gonna teleport
We'll
you.
get there.
That's the assumption. we
That's
made.
on our way.
She's gonna pull a Vulcan. I mean, Arcath.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose the ship.
Yeah, I think our destination is where the next key we need. And if we wind up on the frozen continent with Mario 64 and throwing penguins off the edge, then so be it.
Penguins. That's such a great.
Didn't they like? Weren't there like later emulators or like versions of the game where you couldn't do that anymore? They took it out of the game or something.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
into penguins?
Yeah, you can throw them off the edge, kill them,
Well, why would they get rid of that?
because it's horrible. You're murdering penguins.
Tossing the little baby penguin off the edge was
They
great.
did make all the children immortal in this battle after testing, because that's the first thing players did.
No, children.
Random.
Yes.
Really? Is that a thing?
Yeah. You just all you can kill almost every NPC in the game except children.
Because they're
Because
they're
they would
just
make
they're
Kill
not
city
horrible.
guards.
You can. They're like level 50, but they also spawn infinitely, but you can kill them.
Yeah,
There's a mod.
Because if you could kill children, it would change the rating.
Oh, the rating would skyrocket.
Yeah.
As soon as children become killable.
It would sky.
Skyrim rocket. I see what you're trying to get there.
That's our next goal. We build a rocket. Go right up.
Yes.
How you get there?
There's the big shovel. We'll scoop up all of Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Alcantara East?
Oh, wait, ads.
I got this on the other planet.
Oh yeah, I guess we could
In the
take a
direction
look
of the
or
other
something.
planet,
It's
but on
like
a
8:30.
mountain.
We only got 30 minutes.
We'll be back.
I'm gonna fart.
All right.
It's just
You're-
that's part of the stream now forever.
Yeah, but I love that he doesn't have a mic on at least. At least his is over here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Family story, one of the kids when they were little, not my kids, but cousin, nephew, whatever, she was potty training and she had a bad case of constipation and it hurt really bad. One of the times she was going on the toilet, so she thought going on the toilet always hurt, so it took her forever. So for a long time they just like, do you have to poop? Yeah, put a diaper on. She pooped, take the diaper off. And so one time she's over in the corner, just like with a diaper on, she'd like go stand behind a bookshelf a little bit and just like sit there.
Still has some shame.
Kids do.
Yeah, that's great.
And then someone asked her, "What are you doing?" And she didn't have her adenoids taken out yet, so she was like, "Pooping."
My nephew used to do that when he was still a baby. He would get really like, he would just a concentrated look at his face. I'm like, ah.
Sammy still does.
I just like go back like.
I still do that.
Yeah.
Rosa would go behind the rocking chair in the living room in the corner. She'd just slide behind the recliner between the wall and just squat and just do it back there. So we would see her just vanish and just hear.
She's just pooping behind the chair. I do that sometimes too.
See? It's him in the Skyways.
We knew it all along. Adam's the big bad of St. Paul.
That one in the stairwell was so
He's actually
close.
creating a ritual circle, like he's completing it in like different locations.
Pentagram.
Oh my
A
gosh.
pooptagram.
That's great.
It's not great at all. It's horrible.
The police are there looking at the map. There's a pattern. There's a pattern to it.
It's a pentagram.
Pooptagram.
It's going to align with the stars in 2 months at 3 a.m.
What
What is he summoning?
It's the Zodiac pooper.
Zodiac pooper. Instead of killing people, he poops in their toilets and doesn't flush. You go in the morning like, what the frick? Like Margaret? Like I flushed. Like
How terrifying would that be in like your house where you live alone?
I would move out. I would move out immediately. Because the only thing that could be, especially if all the doors and stuff was still locked, is that someone's in my attic. And that would be unacceptable. I'm like, fire grenade, everyone dies! Goodbye, townhouses!
Toilet.
Starting over.
Oh yeah, I got my brand new toilet too. I take that with me. I'll just rip it out of the ground.
Crossbow.
Running out of your town. Plugging the toilet.
Crossbow in one hand, toilet in the other.
I'm gonna kill you, man!
Neighbors look over. Ah, the purge started. Wasn't expecting that.
Wasn't aware.
It's so crazy that you had that super old toilet, way older than
From
when you first was built.
57!
I was thinking about that, and I wonder if so the previous owners, did they rent it out or did they live there?
They lived there. Apparently it was an older couple, and one of them passed away. The ladies.
So I wonder if they had an old cabin or something like that, and the toilet broke at some point, and instead of buying a new one, maybe they had an old one somewhere where they would.
Well, I mean, there's no rule saying you can't reuse old toilets. So if they bought one and they've saw it
But
somewhere,
in new construction, there's no
Yeah,
way
that
they
would
put
be
an
weird.
old. Yeah, I don't even know if that
Cost
could-
savings.
I don't know, man.
Do what you gotta do.
I would
Gotta come in
actually-
under budget.
Well,
Let's go
I
scavenge
would
for
go to my neighbors
toilets.
and be like, "Can I look at your toilet?"
But the people who would have been moving in there, like to be a new house, you have inspections throughout, and they would be like, no. We didn't just pay you all this money to get some old toilet. You have inspectors who are going in who would point
My
out
inspector
something
didn't
like
find
that.
anything.
Oh, but you didn't move into a new construction
He
home
didn't
with
flag
a
the old
50-year-old toilet.
Yeah, but like, who's gonna look on the inside of a tank of a toilet?
Oh, does it just look like a
It
regular?
looks fine. Yeah.
So okay, I'm picturing a toilet that.
This was a
It's
steampunk
basically
toilet.
a bucket
you
with
mean
like.
like guest bathroom?
Oh yeah, the one downstairs.
Yeah, that's also normal.
I was like, what is Luca doing?
That's the poop team.
No,
yeah,
so not the one
God.
upstairs, the one downstairs.
Well, both of
Pooping
them.
in Jack's office.
Well, it's
Both
poop
of them
related.
were.
Rosa has this thing now.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at the one downstairs.
She has to show
Okay,
the
that's
other
just
parent
bizarre.
the
And it looks
poop.
fine. Like, it looks fine. That's
When
it's
she's
a
done.
regular toilet.
And it's gotten to the point now
Yeah,
that
so I guess that's
when
one of
she
my-
poops, if I'm working, she makes Becca take a video of it on Snapchat and send it to me. And so that was a darling video. Well, last night Becca was taking a shower and Rosa had to poop, and so she pooped, and then I took it. She was like, "You have to send it to Mom Day." I sent it to Mom. And I was like, "Okay." So I took a recording of it, and then she was like, "Look, Mom, I pooped," and I flipped the camera over, and she went, "I actually haven't."
Please don't.
Without the poop, but she goes, Mom, I love you and good night. After showing poop, I was like, that's adorable and wretched. And so just now she pooped, and they had to send a similar video of the poop, and then her going, "Oh, hi, Daddy, I love you, I miss you, good
Do you
night."
send similar videos then to her?
Oh yeah, no, I print them out and put them up
Yeah, my
in
word.
her room. No, it's funny because we start. It started as a cute thing, but it got to the point that she has a little digital camera that she brings with her around the house. And the other day, Becca was doing laundry. I was working, and Rosa disappeared to use the bathroom. And then Becca, she just heard from the other room, ching, ching, ching. And she ran in, and Rosa was standing on her step stool, facing the toilet, with her digital camera going. Ching! Taking pictures and going, "Look, Mom, I'm going to show it to Daddy now."
It's totally a learned behavior.
Oh, 100%.
Jack's a sociopath. I'm sorry to tell you. It's amazing.
It's
You guys
unfortunately
don't take
nurture.
photos too interested?
You're going to scar her from ever wanting to poop again.
Jack's got like post gut surgery poops. Those things are like dog sized.
When I drove
No
by
one go
SCB
in there,
on
man.
the way here-
I left the fan on, but it's still not safe.
when I drove by SCB on the way here, it was like just after 5. The parking lot was packed.
Twice a week.
That many people are going
All on
in.
the
To
same
that
day.
late? That's nuts.
It was, and that's after 5 o'clock. There were so many cars there. I
Hey,
was like,
earned, not given.
yeah, screw that.
Why my complacent ass?
All right. Okay.
You guys are just sitting behind the curtain.
I'm good.
I'm waiting for the.
Felix is good to
Did
go.
she hear the? Did she hear the?
Oh.
Poop, did she hear the poop talk? Was that in character? Or
You tell me. It was all in character.
No, I was like, I'm absolutely wiping out.
Just
this
like,
What's that pentagram? Where did you get ink? It's not ink.
All right, continue.
Lady Negrel comes back with like some golden jewelry essentially that somebody had like donated.
Okay.
Oh, we were making the.
I use it to make as close of a replica of the mirror as I can. Takes about 10 minutes.
Okay.
About once a week of doing.
Cool.
Well, that's happening. I asked Nan one final question. Based on our conversation thus far, is there any further direction you can provide us? Are we headed in the right direction as near as you can tell?
If not, to take direct action to getting to the heart of the city. I believe the only other course of action would be to try and find the cause of all this. If that matters.
We may have to enact one of the Dwarven laws to kill a god.
Perhaps getting closer to thing get us closer to the answer.
Most likely. I make sure when the mirror is done to carve a very small D back.
Yeah, you do see
just
on
assume-
the actual one itself, like it's on the bottom. So like on the bottom, it's nice like curved like pommel to it. Not pommel, handle. Yeah, sure. With like the little like tiered like nubs down to like a soft point at the bottom, and like on that soft point is where the little dwarf D is carved.
Okay.
You create one of those. Sure.
I have no further questions.
You need to merely decide where you wish to go. Then I shall bid you farewell and good luck.
See you on the next key.
All what we
The
need
next-
to do, but as a player, I really want to go to that other planet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, that'd be cool, but
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea.
That's campaign 2.
Felix is
That's
gonna
what
build
we're
a,
4 years
a
away.
spaceship.
Campaign 2 is something else. You'll find out about it.
You assume we're not going to glass this other planet too.
I mean, if you glass the Titans. Sure, up to you. You're the ones who's marked by noon. Alright, noon? Get down here. This one.
Hey bro, hey, come here, I got him.
Yeah. I think of the next key to the door to this labyrinth.
Yeah, and it points mostly west, slightly south.
Which is, we're guessing, or where Orin is.
Not directly towards Orin, slightly, probably south of Orin.
So I kind of like.
I was
Touchstone is
wondering
north
it was
of Orin.
Oh, it is.
Should be where- it'd be
Touchstone is
just-
like directly west of Orin.
South. It's like where we think Tersink might be.
We thought he was
Oh,
on
if we're over there, then Tersink would be south.
So,
Yes,
Wander's gonna get the walking stick!
Sorry, that was
It's-
internal dialogue.
It's the point that it's pointing to is west, slightly south, not south where you
Could you-
Tersink.
Could you throw a cursor on the map,
Bring
maybe,
us-
directionally?
I'm gonna show it to Nan and be like,
Take a cigarette.
make the boat go this way.
So there is Orin right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's pointing you to about.
Oh.
I think it's the necklace.
Yeah. By the new dock.
The one that
I think of
Howard was dealing with on.
Yeah.
I think of our friend. What was
I can't remember his name.
Our
Oh, the non in the shallows.
I looked into my notes. I couldn't.
Ashran.
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 I think of Ashran and look for even just the slightest little movement.
It doesn't really move.
Yeah.
He succeeded. He succeeded.
We owe him buttons.
Let's go find him.
We owe him
get buttons.
shinies.
Oh yeah, we do own shinies. We own a lot of shinies.
All right, take it.
I mean,
take the
where-
counterfeit mirror.
Look around you. Where else would we get shinies that he would want?
Oh, can we? Are these crystals worth anything? Can we take a bunch of them?
We might need to exchange these.
I mean, make me a investigation check.
We
I
owe,
picture
yeah,
Tizzle's
I'm asking
pockets
if
just
the priestess-
overflowing with that.
Oh, you're asking the priestess?
Yeah.
I'm Scrooge McDucking into my
Uh,
pile of stolen goods.
no.
You're swallowing them like carton.
The
fool's skull.
So everything, and she is like pointing and like showing you on the walls itself, like everything here is part of the structure. There's nothing that's like you could pick up and take with you.
do you
There's
have
no like you could like try and break off a crystal or something.
We potentially owe a debt to a non of the shadows.
a most
A lump sum of shiny things.
devout, devoted?
If there's any assortment of non-valuable shiny objects that you would be willing to part with.
The
Silverware, maybe.
Shiny rocks.
none of these shadows are satiated by just about anything that is shiny.
That's what we're asking. You maybe fill our boat.
How much is old
It's
is
not a lot.
Not a boat full.
I think we said like a cart.
A
Like a mining cart.
Sure.
I can ask for the
We finally stumped Nan.
Are we going
These
to
shiny
Are we
objects.
going to implode the economy?
well, the Nun of the Shallows gather shiny things to bring to the Nun of the Deep. So anything that you'd be giving to the Nun of the Shallows, taking from the Nun of the Deep, it would just be like, all right, it gets circulated back to the
Okay.
Nun of the Deep.
That, I don't care where it goes after he gets it. We need to give it to him to get the item.
Make him feel good.
We can ask if any would be willing to donate to the foreign travelers.
Is there anything that we can give? We don't have a lot to make it not seem like we're grifting your
Do
people.
you have anything of value with you?
I can teach him how to use a crossbow.
I can do cool tricks. Teach you how to brew ale.
Yeah, put the
Just
ocean.
toilet.
Do you have toilets?
No.
Oh, no, never mind.
We just poop in the water that we also breathe.
I hate it here more than by the second.
I have a map of the world.
They did seem very interested in knowledge.
You gonna keep that?
I'm not gonna give it to him. I'm gonna copy it.
You may be able to
I don't have a photocopy.
help convince him to part with the treasure you seek from him for that,
Who?
from the Nun of the Shadows.
No, I'm in exchange for shiny things, which is an inconvenience to you and your people. I am offering you a map of the world.
Oh, you're offering that to us.
You're helping us collect garbage to appease a tiny creature.
And this garbage will
Sure.
eventually get back to you.
Very
Sure, if you'd like to
impressively.
donate.
Yeah, he has got a photographic memory, so I can give it to him. I just copyright it down here.
Okay. Sure.
If we need job or screw, we'll do that.
You hand it
We're
to
traveling trip out.
Lady Miguel. And
When we're underwater.
It immediately just
It's on parchment.
You didn't laminate
That's
it?
the suck. You agreed.
King Cook.
Okay, well, if it's not that appealing to you, then never mind.
Why don't we just kill it and take it?
That's
I mean, earmuffs. If it gets to that.
you could also tell this whoever he may be, that I have said it is the will of Nerulia.
Will that mean anything coming from us?
If you show him the mirror,
Oh!
But
Is that dangerous?
yeah, do you want them to know?
then none of the shadows are not dangerous.
Is it dangerous?
You would
for
have to be a fool to die to one.
What about like 20 of them?
In numbers, they are quite dangerous. Yeah.
No, they have mouths.
They pack tactics.
They would,
right?
they would speak.
Yeah.
If they spoke of seeing the mirror away from the city,
I'd rather just
Would
kill him.
anyone believe them?
If anyone comes to see it, I have the mirror here.
if you wrote a message, do you write messages?
On a shell, maybe?
When the Nun of the Shall read.
I do not believe they know how to read them. They are quite
I'm so glad we're
uneducated.
spending the last 30 minutes right
Yeah.
Me too.
It seemed as such.
What about collecting armor from outside of Orin?
Yeah. I have like a spoon. I only gave him a fork.
I have shiny objects in my pack.
Anything,
Okay.
I think
We'll
would.
do our best
We
to
are
appease
overthinking this.
We have to be fair in our
Doesn't
exchange.
sound like us.
And we did make a promise. Can't go back on it.
Yeah. I feel like there's a couple other promises you guys didn't.
The Magister, the guy that stuck with the newborn. We didn't care about that one.
Not a big deal.
Council has never broken a promise, okay? The Magister said we would find the location of the dude. Didn't say when, it's no timeline.
You didn't say when we'd give him the shiny things in exchange for
true.
the amulet.
Share with this. You won't be able to get-
Years after you give us the necklace.
Fine. We'll just speed read the journal. Everyone else does. Alright,
Next
go.
week. Okay.
Keep pretending not to.
You guys leaving then?
Yeah.
Council thanks Negrel for being awesome and gives one final look to Nan. Still not sure about the whole thing. And then starts leaving.
Nan is just confirming you want to head to the
Oh, right.
what area that the compass is pointing to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will see you then. See you two there.
I was gonna
Not
be
like I will
you
meet
will.
you there, but like
New
I will make
companion.
sure that you get there.
Should we ask for the safest place close to where the actor is?
We don't need to be that specific. We'll be on the ship.
Let me reiterate. After you leave here, you will not be able to see me again until the deed is done, whatever it is. And without the essence of good in this world, the world will surely become darker and more dangerous for you.
Is Nin not good?
He is chaos. He is chaos.
I'm totally picturing the point in the video game where it gives you a message and it says you are now about to start the final mission of the
It's not quite that point, but
You're leaving the tutorial area.
yeah. Once you leave the plateau, you can't go back up. This is Breath of the Wild.
Have you finished everything you've wanted to up
Yeah.
until this point?
Can we speak to Nim?
I do not know of his state. He is also injured. Not gravely. He should not die of his wounds, but they also have problems of their own.
If we wanted to contact him, would it be possible?
They may be responsive.
Go touch a cloud.
How could I
Fly to the moon?
communicate? Fly?
If you were to go to the castle, certainly where his heart resides, you would be able to find his attention there.
Where is the castle?
In the eye of the storm.
Ah. Very, very far away.
He's as far here to there as anyone else.
True.
At the surface.
But we don't want to go
Unless.
there. No. We're going to get the next key.
Question. Do we know that this map wraps around since we've seen that it's a sphere?
Well, yes. So you know what the world looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know that to get from the wound to the other shoulder is... Do we know if it's further that way than what we can see on the map? Does that make
It's
sense?
certainly shorter to go to wrap around the outside of the map than it is to go past the pillars, like across that way.
It's
Gotcha.
like a Pac-Man maze. You go over here and you just pop over the
Yeah.
other side.
Here to here instead of here to here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be going across the water that is covering his back.
Yeah. Okay. That makes
I
sense.
wonder if our ship can go up.
I
It does kind of just
Ishmael says that out loud.
go level at
One thing at a time.
It's something we should
question.
determine at some point.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
I shall send you.
Thank you for your audience and
Have a good sleep. Try not to genocide when you wake up.
yes, please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Try not to get everything killed while you are awake.
No
They've
problem.
never, they've never done it while we're on here. It's just been
Yeah, because they got a great track record. What is it, like 5, 6 wipeouts at this point?
And we don't have a good track record of keeping the corruption of
Maybe if the son was a
Yeah.
toxic douchebag.
Screw this up.
You all leave the Crystal Cathedral behind, head back out to your ship. where Sledge is still just standing at the helm. There are Nod just like swarming all around him. Yeah, like they're like looking at everything on the ship. And the other sentient is like kind of like not batting them away, but like trying to keep them away from like poking out like sensitive things or like touching the sails or anything. But they're just infinitely curious and looking at like every nook and cranny in the ship.
Like a parental android gently guiding the children
exactly.
away. Okay.
Meanwhile, yeah, Sledge is just standing at the helm, and he's not reacting to their presence at all. When you come back, Sledge just says, "Can we leave?"
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for waiting.
Do we know how we will get to our destination?
Yes.
But we're being
Guided?
moved, teleported?
Guided.
Have faith.
While you're having this conversation, the sails again like begin to envelop the ship, and like any of the non that notice like quickly swim out, like to avoid getting trapped inside.
He's like shooing them.
Y'all go on, get!
Grab one.
George Michael's favorite.
You're a prisoner too.
I'll check for stowaway.
The
Fish.
sails seal around the outside edge of the ship, and then you hear the hum from beneath you grow louder again as the water begins to drain out.
Oh, cool.
From the inside.
Ooh.
That's handy.
And create the oxygen that you can all breathe in again. Yeah. And Sledge just asks, "Where to?"
West. I show him the direction on the compass.
And before he even like starts to do anything, you feel the ship like begin to get shoved that way.
It's just going sideways.
Yeah, like it does. It does. It starts like going that way, and then like he turns it so that you're going with it. And you begin to make your way
doesn't know how ships work.
west.
Cool.
We could wrap there
Sure.
for the evening.
My goodness.
Are we Arpine travel, or are we going to appear there?
Yeah, you're just gonna be there.
Okay.
Nothing's gonna happen.
But we have 4 more hours then.
We're not gonna fight like a megalodon or something?
Not yet. Not till you get there.
No. I'm sorry, there's only Kraken.
Yeah.
Which
A guardian.
which of the prequels am I picturing? Where they're
Oh, the first one.
the fish is chasing them and
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a bigger
yeah,
fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah,
Yep. They go to the Gungan City.
that's right.
So now you know a lot of the mysteries.
A
Wow.
lot of the lore,
Was,
the mythos.
I absolutely feel like we missed several key questions to ask.
No.
No, for sure.
Why would you think that?
Do you have a name for the world?
Catel.
Catel.
Yeah.
Oh.
wait,
CATHL.
is that the husk or the
Oh, for the Husk planet?
No, the one word.
the name noon in?
Yeah. So it Catel is what you call it.
I didn't realize that. Thank you.
Shared notes for the session.
Oh yes.
Grazie.
Not as many as last.
Not as many as last time.
Appropriating.
This one had way more crap.
This was 5 pages, not 8.
I guess you're not typing out the vision verbatim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney's supposed to. No, not Disney. Whoever's making the Nintendo movies going to do them. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
Super Mario Bros.
Chris Pratt's like the most Italian person I know.
I'm totally going to see that.
Oh
movie.
my gosh.
It's me, Chris Pratt.
Just why? 18 times why?
Jack Black
I
as
think it's gonna
Bowser
be
is a
great.
great choice.
Yeah.
Wait, Jack Black is Bowser? I
Yes.
hadn't heard that.
Oh really?
Have you seen the trailer? He does a really good job.
He's great.
Jack
It's
Black.
fantastic.
Oh, I've only seen the first one that was released.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I'm definitely going to the theaters to see that movie, so I'm kind of avoiding watching anything.
We should all go
Oh.
to the theaters to watch the D&D.
I will not. Cast it then.
No? Why? Is it Wizards?
I despise theaters. I think they're garbage.
I will go see it with you.
Oh, yeah.
We'll wait
people
until
are
it
terrible.
comes out and then we'll watch it here.
What if we can rent a private theater?
Will it cost me more than $20?
Crazy
I
expensive.
will cover your cost. No,
It's like $100 to rent out a theater.
yes.
What?
Yes. My mother-in-law rented out
It
theaters
costs that
multiple
much for
times
us
for the
not to
kids.
go.
Yep.
I don't know if since things have opened back up,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably different.
It might be.
But at least during like the tail end when people cared about COVID.
Yeah, maybe. Big old maybe.
People care.
Last time I went to
You know,
go see a
and
movie
it was also like depending on the time of day.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like,
Right.
they might only get like 3 people on that showing anyways.
True.
Yeah.
I suppose on a Friday night you probably can't do that because
Yeah.
the theater's going to be sold out.
The last movie I saw in a movie theater was the first Transformers movie.
That was a good one to see in the
Shia
theater.
LaBeouf.
Those are theater-worthy movies.
And Megan Fox was that 2007?
Yes.
Something like that.
For a guy who doesn't watch movies, you know a lot about movies.
It's weird. I know
It
a
is.
lot about movies that I haven't ever seen.
We need
It's
to
really
watch.
bizarre.
Can we watch Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, we
My
should
wife
watch
is
Lord
like,
of the Rings.
Becca's been on me about it, but she always says at like 9 p.m. Like, do you want to watch Lord of the Rings? I'm like, that's like.
As soon as I buy a 4K projector, I'm getting the 4K extended edition.
I wanted to watch the movie.
Extended edition?
That's the only way to watch it.
Is it 6 hours?
way to
No, it's only 4 each.
Are 4K projectors?
So
what,
much.
what price point are they at?
They're what this one was like 7 years ago.
Like
Like
$2,000?
$1,000.
Decent 4K projectors,
It's a grand.
Maybe not decent,
but
Passable.
Serviceable?
enough for a movie.
because I have one like that. Well, I have an Epson.
This is 1080p, so
Yeah.
and it's 60 hertz.
How often do you? How many hours do you need to change the bulb at? I need
don't
to
know.
change the bulb a
Well,
lot.
This
So, like-
one's kind of going out. You can see it flicker just a tiny bit on the right here.
I brought this projector because I thought I was going to use this on this wall behind us.
Oh.
I mean, you can get something like that. This is a 1080p for like a couple $100.
I took that little poster that we made.
But you also never changed the
and I
bulb on
remembered
it when
why
it
it
dies,
was
you just
there.
throw
There's
it
a
away,
giant
yeah,
gash on the wall.
Jen,
That
what?
is
There's like 2 giant
Like,
gashes.
yeah, I've had
the
this
drywall just had peeled off for some reason.
for like
I
Probably
pulled off the
7
poster. I'm like,
years.
oh yeah, that's why this is still here.
yeah.
Does not live near?
Oh, but it has.
She lives in
It's got
Oakdale
HDMI,
now.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Got her own place.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought my first, like, they're called Pico projectors when I was in college. I was like, this is freaking sick. I love this. And then
Yeah.
I've had one ever since.
Yeah, my daughter had one at school. Yeah, the same thing. She was like, "It's a dorm room. I can have a projector